You're feeling something wrong inside you. That tightness in your chest when a specific person hugs you. That strange exhaustion after every conversation with them. That feeling that everything on the outside looks like love. But on the inside, something is slowly eating away at you. God am speaking to you now. There is someone near you pretending to love you. And today in this video, I will reveal that person's name. It's not a guess. It's not a coincidence. It's the name that will surface clearly in your mind in the next few minutes, if you stay until the end. I have already begun to prepare your heart to see what it has refused to see for far too long. I know you've suspected this person before. You tried to ignore it. You tried to convince yourself you were being unfair. You tried to blame yourself, saying it was just your imagination, that you were tired, that you were in a bad mood, that you were exaggerating. But the truth is, I am the one who placed that restlessness inside you. You are not paranoid. You are not overreacting. You are feeling what few people have the courage to admit. The presence of a false love disguised as true affection, right in front of you, in your own circle, inside your own home. Today I have come to pull you out of this emotional blindness, because as long as you keep protecting the one who hurts you, your life will remain stuck. Your finances, your health, your relationships, your dreams, your prayers. All of this is under a silent attack because of someone you still call a loved one. It could be someone in your family. It could be a friendship that goes back years. It could be a co-worker you consider almost a brother. It could even be someone inside your own house, sitting at your table, eating your food, sleeping beside you, holding your hand in front of others while delivering silent blows when no one is looking. The first signs of living with false love are clear, but most people can't see them because they're too involved. You wake up tired even after sleeping 8 hours. You celebrate an achievement, tell this person full of joy, and in seconds, the joy has evaporated. You notice you receive compliments with a strange tone, as if they were given out of obligation. You feel like you have to measure every word around them, afraid of irritating them, afraid of causing a scowl that will last for days and poison the whole house. You find yourself apologizing for things you didn't do. You feel ashamed to celebrate your victories. You hide money, hide projects, hide plans, not because you're a private person by nature, but because your instinct, this instinct I placed inside you, is warning you all the time. It's not safe to show what's yours here. It's not safe to shine here. Here, you need to stay small for this person to keep accepting you. This tightness growing in your chest right now, at this very moment as you hear my voice, is not nervousness. It's the confirmation you needed. There's a reason you clicked on this video today. You felt the urge to close it several times since the beginning and couldn't. There is a reason I brought you here. Your heart recognized my voice even before your mind could process it. And this awareness that is growing now is the sign that something greater, something spiritual, is in motion around your life. Many people watch a message like this, feel something, but don't grasp the scale of the invisible battle being fought in your home, in your mind, in your bloodline. You are different. You were reached because you carry a spiritual responsibility for your home. You are the door. And when the door is asleep, anything can get in. That's why I prepared a powerful digital book for you, called How to Know If God Will Save You on Judgment Day. This material isn't ordinary reading. It's a spiritual mirror that will show you the signs you've ignored out of love, out of fear, out of habit. It will teach you to differentiate who is by your side out of true love from who is by your side to drain you slowly. It will give a name, a shape, and a direction to this restlessness that still feels confusing inside you today. The link is right below in the description of this video, and also pinned at the top of the comments, so there's no way you can get lost when it's time to get your copy. Thousands of people all across America have already made this same journey, and write to me saying their lives turned around after applying these truths. Marriages restored in New York, children who came back home in rural Ohio, entire families healed down in the South, people who finally got a peaceful night's sleep after years of interrupted rest. But I warn you, with all firmness, this content could be taken down at any moment, because the truth is far more unsettling than it seems. Don't postpone this call. Get the book today. And if this message is speaking directly to your heart right now, write the word Amen in the comments, so I know you've heard my voice and are ready to receive everything that comes next. Now take a deep breath, because from here on I'm going to go deeper into your story. False love has different faces, and you need to learn to recognize them one by one so you're never caught by surprise again. The first face is that of the envious person disguised as an admirer. This person praises you, but always with a but, always with a small knife hidden behind the nice word. What a beautiful car you bought, but was it really worth spending all that money? It's great that you managed to keep your job this time. Wow, you look so good. You almost don't look like yourself. And you leave the conversation with a bad feeling you can't name. You thought you were praised, but you felt as if you were pushed into a hole. The second face is that of the controller disguised as a protector. This is the person who calls several times a day, but not to see if you're okay. They call to check where you are, who you're with, what you're doing, how much you're spending. It's disguised as care, but it's pure surveillance. They want to know so they can use it against you later, in a fight, in an argument, in a demand. They want to know to keep you in an invisible cage with the key safely tucked away in their pocket. You've gotten so used to it that you think it's love. It's not. Love frees, control imprisons. The third face, and perhaps the most dangerous of all, is that of the dependent disguised as a partner. This is the person who is by your side, but only as long as you're strong enough to support both of your lives. You support them emotionally, financially, spiritually. You are the shoulder, the counselor, the ATM, the foundation. And when you need help, a shoulder to cry on, some silence, some affection, they disappear, become unavailable, get moody, or turn everything around and start dumping their own problems on you. There you are, shattered, listening to their complaints as if you were a stone wall that never gets tired. The fourth face is that of the critic disguised as being honest, the one who says they're telling you the truth because they love you, but who never has a word of affirmation to give you. They can tell you what you did wrong over the last 10 years in rich detail, but can't remember one good thing you did last week. They correct you in front of others. They make jokes about what's important to you. They laugh at what you believe in. And when you complain, they say you can't take a joke, that you've become too sensitive, that you need to relax. This face is cruel because it teaches you to doubt your own perception. The fifth face is that of the flatterer disguised as a fan, the one who praises you too much, showers you with exaggerated affection, calls you the best in the world, but only while they need something. When they get what they wanted, they disappear. They come back months later with another demand. They seek you out when they want a favor, advice, a loan, a recommendation. But on your birthday, on your worst day, in your moment of weakness, they don't show up. This type of person is deceptive because it looks like love. It's not. It's self-interest in disguise. You're recognizing yourself in one of these descriptions now, maybe in two, maybe in three at the same time, because sometimes the same person wears several of these masks. Hold on. Don't stop the video, because I haven't finished showing you everything yet. That's why I prepared this powerful digital book for you. You need discernment, and discernment doesn't just fall from the sky. It's formed when you learn to read the signs your soul already feels. The link to the book, How to Know If God Will Save You on Judgment Day, is in the description and pinned at the top of the comments. Don't delay. Get it now, before this person charms you again and you forget everything you're feeling in this moment. There's a spiritual root to this that few people are willing to face. When someone truly loves you, your presence enhances their life, and their presence enhances yours. There is exchange, there is building, there is mutual peace, there is genuine joy in the little things. But when someone loves you falsely, your existence bothers them, your growth threatens them, your dream is seen as a personal offense, because this person doesn't love you. They love what they can take from you, what they can control in you, what they can hide in you, what they can use from you for their own plans. And when you start to break free, they panic, and usually this panic comes disguised as sudden affection, an apparent change, a calculated apology. Be careful in that moment, because that's when most people back down. The Bible has already warned you about this in 1,000 ways. Judas kissed the face he was about to betray. Absalom smiled at his father while plotting a coup. Delilah caressed the hair of the man she would betray. Cain invited his brother into the field, saying it was just to talk. False love isn't a modern invention. It's as old as humanity, and it finds new forms in every generation. Today, it's been updated. Today, it sends good morning texts. Today, it likes your photo on Instagram. Today, it shows up at the family reunion with a perfect smile. Today, it attends your church, sits in the pew next to you, raises its hands during worship. But the essence remains the same. It kisses the face and betrays. Now listen carefully, because what comes next will demand something of you. It will demand courage. It will demand inner truth. I will not deceive you. I will not soften my word. I came here to give you what you need, not what you want to hear. The first thing you need to understand is why this person entered your life. Nothing happens by chance. There are 3 reasons why someone with false love is allowed to get close to you. The first reason is correction. Sometimes I allow this person to be near to teach you how to set boundaries. You've spent years being too good to people who don't deserve it. You've spent years opening the door of your life to just anyone, and this painful relationship is there to teach you to close the door, to teach you that saying no is also love. Love for yourself, love for your peace, love for my work within you. The second reason is revelation. This person is there to show you parts of yourself that were hidden, your neediness, your fear of being alone, your difficulty in valuing yourself, your addiction to pleasing others, your habit of apologizing for existing. You only discover these wounds when you're under pressure, and this relationship is the pressure that's bringing to the surface everything you need to heal. It's not a punishment, it's a mirror. It's my way of showing you what still needs healing inside your own heart. And the third reason, this is the most serious, is direction. There are people who entered your life to divert you from the plan I have for you, to delay you, to confuse you, to take the place of the right people who are trying to reach you but can't, because this person occupies all the energy in your heart. Every minute you spend trying to please someone who doesn't wish you well is a minute you're not available to receive the one who was sent to truly love you. And here we arrive at the most delicate point of this video. There is an emotional weight that holds you in this relationship, and I know exactly what it is. It could be guilt, because this person did a lot for you in the past, helped you through a tough time, gave you something important when you had nothing. It could be fear of loneliness, because you think no one else will stay. It could be obligation, because you have history, a bond, blood ties, years lived together. It could be pity, because you believe that leaving will destroy their life. It could be dependency, financial, emotional, spiritual. But I ask you, with the authority of heaven, what about your life? Who is taking care of it? Who is looking out for your peace? Who is giving you the right to take a deep breath without guilt? You did not come into this world to be a crutch for people who don't want to walk on their own 2 feet. You did not come into this world to be a doormat for those who don't know how to value the clean floor of your soul. You came with a mission. You came with a calling. And God's calling is not compatible with a permanently toxic relationship. You're realizing now that the exhaustion in your life doesn't just come from work. It doesn't just come from the bills. It doesn't just come from the daily grind of an American who wakes up early, sits in traffic, pays bills, takes care of the kids, looks after aging parents, and still tries to hold on to a piece of a dream. It comes from carrying the emotional weight of people who have gotten used to sucking your energy every single day. And that's why even when you rest, you don't rest. Even when you sleep, you don't sleep. Even when you pray, you feel like the prayer hits something before it can ascend. There is a fragile spiritual covering around you because you live with open doors to someone who is draining you from the inside out. And look how serious this is. While you're not seeing it, this person advances. They advance on your emotions, on your finances, on your plans. Have you ever noticed that every time you're about to take a big step in life, this person shows up with a personal crisis that steals your attention? You were about to move, they had a problem. You were about to invest, they asked for a loan. You were about to get married, they started drama. You were about to start a business, they told you couldn't do it. This isn't a repeated coincidence. This is a strategy, even if unconscious, and it has a real spiritual effect. The Bible says that bad company corrupts good character. That word is not an exaggeration. It's not a catchphrase. It's a spiritual principle. The atmosphere of those you associate with gets inside you. The beliefs of those around you, even the unspoken ones, seep into you. The limitations of those close to you start to seem like your own. The others' fears become your fears. The other's wounds, without you realizing it, become yours. That's why being careful about who walks beside you isn't being picky. It's mandatory spiritual protection for anyone who wants to fulfill the destiny I designed. That's why I prepared this powerful digital book for you, to give you exactly the discernment you need at this moment in your life. How to Know If God Will Save You on Judgment Day has a link available in the description and pinned at the top of the comments. Take advantage of it while the material is still available, because I've already received notice that it might be taken down in the coming weeks. Get yours today, right now, even before you finish the video. You'll come back to the end feeling calm, knowing you've secured your spiritual protection. Now I'm going to teach you how to get out of this, but pay attention, because it's not a single step. There are 4 movements, and each one needs to be taken in the right order, or the process won't work. Have you tried to pull away before and gone back? Have you blocked and unblocked them? Have you sworn it was the last time and fallen for it again? It wasn't because you were weak. It was because you lacked the right order. Today, you will learn that order. The first movement is deep recognition. You need to stop lying to yourself. You need to look at this person and say within your heart, "They do not love me the way I deserve to be loved." I'm not saying they're a monster. I'm not saying you need to hate them. I'm saying you need to see. Without seeing, you'll keep tripping over the same stone your whole life. Get a pen and paper tonight, or open the Notes app on your phone and write down this person's name along with 3 situations where you felt your heart tighten around them. Just 3. You'll see. You won't have to think hard. It will pour out of you like a dam that's waited years to be opened. And when it starts to pour, don't stop it. Let it out. You can cry, you can feel anger, you can feel relief. All of this is part of the process. You are doing what your soul has wanted to do for a long time, but your fear wouldn't allow it. Today, you are giving yourself that permission with my covering over your name. The second movement is practical distance. I'm not asking for a fight. I'm not asking for a scandal. I'm not asking for a farewell letter. I'm not asking for an argument in front of the whole family. I'm asking for silent, firm distance. Reduce the frequency of conversations. Reduce what you share about what's new in your life. Reduce their access to your inner world. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to explain. Just reduce. You will feel their discomfort immediately. You'll feel demands. You'll get passive-aggressive comments. You'll see sudden attempts to get closer. Don't give in. The distance is the test. Someone who truly loves you respects your space. Someone who wants to use you reacts to your bubble as if you've committed a crime. This person might even create drama. They might tell relatives that you've changed, that you've become distant, that you're acting high and mighty. They might try to talk to you, feigning concern. They might even cry in front of you. Don't be confused. A manipulator's tears look the same as real tears, but they have a different scent to those who have learned to distinguish them. A manipulator's tears are accompanied by demands. Real tears are accompanied by real, silent change. The third movement is healthy substitution. You need to fill the void this person occupied with something else, not with another person right away, not with addictions, not with excessive work to escape, but with presence. My presence in you. Start using the time you spent listening to their complaints to pray, to read my word, to listen to content that uplifts you, to attend a church where you feel peace, to talk with people who add to your life. Start doing things again that you abandoned because of them. That hobby you set aside. That old friendship you drifted away from. That project tucked away in a drawer. That exercise that brought you joy. That music that used to play in your car before the weight settled in. You will feel your energy return in the coming weeks. You will feel your face change. People will ask you what happened, because the light that had gone out in your eyes will start to shine again. They'll say you've lost weight, that you look better, that you have a different posture. And it's not about aesthetics, it's spiritual. It's your aura unblocking. It's my glory flowing through you again, now that the drain that siphoned your energy has been closed. The fourth movement is the most important of all, and it's the one most people skip. It's forgiveness without reconnection. You don't need to hate this person. You don't need to carry a grudge. You don't need to want revenge. Revenge poisons the one who holds it, not the one who should receive it. But forgiving doesn't mean going back. Forgiving is taking the weight out of you. Going back is putting the weight back on. There are people you forgive from a distance. You pray for them, you wish them well, but you don't sit at their table. This balance is spiritual maturity. This is the difference between those who follow my path and those who stay trapped in resentment disguised as patience. When you execute these 4 movements in the right order, something extraordinary happens. The heavens open up over your life. The blessings that were held back begin to flow. The right people start to appear in your path as if they had always been there and you just couldn't see them. Opportunities that had vanished return, doors that were closed open without you pushing, because your spiritual atmosphere is finally free from the interference of that person who was draining your covering without you knowing. And here I fulfill the promise from the beginning of this video. You stayed with me until now because you needed to hear every word, and I have guided you step by step. Now breathe. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Place your hand on your chest, and let the name that is coming to your mind emerge. Without forcing it, without fighting the thought. That name that appeared first, that face that formed first, that sound of a voice that echoed first within you, is the sign I promised to give you. I speak to you through what manifests in the silence. Your mind didn't invent it. I placed it on the surface of your consciousness. You already knew. Deep down you always knew. You just needed permission to acknowledge it. And I give you that permission today, now, with all the authority of heaven over your life. That name that came to your mind is the person you need to place in a different spot within your world. Not at the center, on the margin, not in your inner circle, at a respectful distance, not at your daily table, in your daily prayers. And I'm warning you in advance. There will be pain, there will be longing, there will be doubt. That voice will come saying, am I exaggerating? Am I being ungrateful? Won't this person be devastated? Be careful with that voice. It is not mine. It is the echo of the old bond trying to pull you back to the place where you were controlled. Hold on to what you felt today. Write down the date of this video. Write down what you felt here. Write down the name that came to you. Because there will be days when this person will come back with apparent affection, with apparent change, with apparent reconciliation, and you will need to remember today so you don't fall back into the same cycle. Your freedom will not be built in a single day, but it begins today. It begins in this exact moment when you agreed to listen to the end, even with a heavy heart, even with the urge to cry, even with fear. It begins with this silent decision you just made in your heart, even without telling anyone yet. And you will need strength to maintain this decision. You will need light to get through the coming weeks. You will need discernment for each new situation that arises, because this person will test you in creative ways. They will show up sick. They will show up crying. They will show up repentant. They will show up with a gift. They will show up with an old memory. Each of these attempts will test what you decided today. Look back on your life and remember phases when you were different, and because of that you attracted different people. Each version of you attracts a specific set of people. When you change on the inside, the set changes on the outside. It's a spiritual law, a law of affinity, a principle of attraction that I myself placed within creation. And you are about to enter a new version of yourself, more aware, more protected, more aligned with what I dreamed for you before you were even born in your mother's womb. Your family will feel this change. Your children, if you have them, will inherit this change. Your future generations will reap the benefits of this change, because cutting false love out of your life is not selfishness, it's an inheritance. You are breaking a pattern that may have been in your bloodline before you. A mother who accepted it, a grandmother who accepted it, an aunt who accepted it, a sister who accepted it. And you are the turning point, the link that says, it has come this far, but from here on it's different. The curse of suffocating relationships stops with my generation. You are the one chosen for this mission within your bloodline. It's no accident that this suffocating relationship fell into your lap. It's because you are strong enough to break it. The others were not. You are. And today I confirm this to you with all the authority of heaven. You can do it. You will do it. I will be with you every step of the way, in every difficult night, in every morning of doubt. In every moment the phone rings, and you have to decide whether to answer or not. There is one more thing I need to tell you before I close. There are right people trying to get to you, people who will truly love you, People who will rejoice in your victories and grieve with your sorrows without competing with you. People who will listen to you without demanding something in return. People who will ask for help without blaming you when you can't give it. People who will invite you to good things, not just to vent. But they can't get in while their place is being occupied by the wrong person. It's like a single chair. As long as the wrong person is sitting in it, the right one has nowhere to sit. Your life is waiting for you to free up the chair. Your emotional well-being is waiting for you to clear that space. Your calling is waiting for you to open the door that is blocked by this toxic relationship that has gotten used to occupying everything inside you. And you're not freeing it up because you're afraid. Afraid of making a mistake. Afraid of being unfair. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of your family's judgment. Afraid of what the neighbors will say. Afraid of an unpredictable reaction. But I assure you, none of those fears is as great as the fear you should have of remaining drained for the rest of your life. You only get one pass through this earth. Just one. And spending that pass tending to false relationships is a waste of the most precious gift I gave you, which is your time on earth. I called you today to end a cycle, not to start a fight, not to cause a public scene, not to humiliate anyone, to end internally, within you, the permission this person had to hurt you. When that ending happens inside you, the outside reorganizes itself. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to explain it to others. You don't need to convince anyone. The new you, firmer, more centered, more covered by my peace, will naturally attract those who match it and repel those who matched your old version. Before I release you to live all of this, leave the word freed in the comments if you felt this message broke a chain inside your heart. I read them. I follow them. I use what you write to reach others who are trapped in the same situation. Your comment could be the little push for someone else who will find this video tomorrow. You become part of another soul's purpose. And if this content touched you, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and give it a thumbs up. This is the fuel that allows more messages like this to reach those who need to hear my voice. That's why I prepared this powerful digital book for you. The book, How to Know If God Will Save You on Judgment Day, is the practical step so you don't lose what you've learned today. Everything we discussed in this video, and much more, is organized there for you to consult in difficult times, in the early hours of doubt, in the moments when the old person tries to come back. The link is in the description and pinned at the top of the comments. Get it now while you're feeling my presence. Because tomorrow may come with 1,000 distractions, and the flame that was lit in you today might go out before it turns into concrete action. Don't let it. Make this courageous decision today. I will reward you for every step you take in this direction, and when you open this book for the first time, you will feel the same spiritual embrace you are feeling now. Write in the comments the phrase, "Lord, I accept this calling," and go in peace, because your story, from this moment on, begins to be rewritten with new ink and a steady hand. I bless you, I cover you, I go before you. Amen.